Hello everybody. So today it's Thursday morning, and normally I do my water changes on Friday, but things have been all mixed up this week. I haven't worked this week. It's been a pretty bad week. My grandmother passed away on Monday, and she's my last grandparent, so that kind of stuff. Part of getting older just sucks. But anyway, I'm doing a water change. I thought I'd show some people, show you guys some of the stuff going on. I'm doing a great big after Levamisole treatment, and this Levamisole and shrimp. This tank is fine. Both tanks received the exact same dose. And I see like 4 or 5 dead shrimp in this tank just from glancing at it. So I think the pump in this one ain't running as good, and I think they needed some air. The guppies are fine. But I can definitely tell you, the Levamisole is not 100% safe, shrimp safe. That is for sure. That Levamisole is hard on these shrimp. See how good that pump is flowing. That one's going pretty good too, so I don't know. This one's got moss growing on the top of it, so it's not getting good surface exchange. I'm guessing it's part of the problem. So with this, I got this little system going. I got this Python hooked extended, so I get exactly like a 75% water change. That's what I do on these guppy tanks every day. Alright, we're about full. So then I run in here. Excuse the messy house. I run in here. And so now the Python is sucking water. Then I run back in here. Remove this. Watch out, Mr. Pleco. And then we go down to the next tank. And now we're sucking water out through the hose. That Pleco, he's getting pretty big. Oh, I threw one in all these well, most of these guppy tanks. I don't think these bottom ones have one. But when I first redid these to do guppy lines, I threw a little baby Pleco in a lot of these tanks. And there's one right there, and that one. So now that tank is draining. Oh, and then we've got these super red eggs. I'm excited about. Now all you folks have been wanting to buy some of these super reds off me. I will sell all those. I reckon by the end of the summer they'll probably be big enough to sell. So if you're wanting one of those, I'll have some when these eggs get big enough. So you see the water is draining out. Let's see, anything interesting. I want to do some videos sometime if I have. Wow, I just sold 50 Plecos. And I tried to get all the ones I could out of here because I want this to be mainly just a shrimp tank again with a few Plecos, but look what happened. There's a breeding pair in here. And they said, you want to get rid of Plecos? We'll just make more Plecos. That's what they told me. I don't know what, there we go. Just little fellers. These blue dream shrimp, I'm not real worried about them, but I did have that little die off. I see a few buried here and there. I'm probably going to hold off selling these by big numbers. I might sell 10 here, 10 there, but I'm not just going to sell hundreds like I do sometimes. So I start seeing more buried ones, and I see some little baby ones. So they, and that die off was getting probably it was over a month ago at this point. It's probably 5 or 6 weeks ago. So I'll come in here, check on them, see if I'm seeing any buried ones. And I did see 3 or 4 the other night. They're hiding. But there's probably still like 300 or 400 shrimp in here. But there was over 1,000. Gotta let them get situated again and feel comfortable. Takes a while. Shrimp love stability. That is the most important thing by far. Good stable water conditions. And at the time I had 400 pleco babies growing up in 2 of these, and I had probably 30 or 40 2-inch plecos. Well, I had probably 20 or 30 about that size, and then 2 adults, and it's just, and then the sponge got clogged up, the water quit flowing. I think it was just a ammonia spike, and shrimp don't like ammonia. So that's what happened. I mean, they're grown up. There's still some buried. Seems like some of these shrimp tanks have slowed down some, which is alright. Just part of keeping shrimp. So I don't have the lights on. I already did the water change on the pond and turned the lights off because it is still in the morning. And I usually have the lights don't kick on until about 2:30 in the afternoon normally. So I have to manually override. Something I haven't made a video about, because I have to control it with my phone, and I make video with my phone, is I now control all my lights with these smart plugs. That's been like that for a while now, but I've never made a video about it. Not sure why, but I did. I think I got like packs of 2 for like $25 of these things off Amazon, I believe. This one is about as low as it needs to get. Well, there go the air bubbles. Alright, so we'll let that finish draining all the way. Look at these koi guppies. They're so pretty. I like them so much. Okay. So now I get the safe. I'm gonna have to pause this while I do this because I need 2 hands to do this. Alright, the safe is in. So now we gotta go all back in the kitchen, back to the sink. And water's still good. Sometimes you have to turn the hot water up a little bit if you start getting low on hot water. The thing about this house is there are 5 people and 3 of them happen to be females. And so we go through a lot of hot water, so we have a big hot water heater that's turned up real high. So usually I can get through most of the water changes. Usually. Sometimes I need to take a break. But there at the end I have the hot water cranked all the way up. To get it at a suitable temperature. Look at these red mosaics. Of course, all the breeders are in the drop tank right now. I always find it interesting to watch these guys begin to color up. That young guy is just coloring up. Let's see, there's another one. Some go through like a yellow phase, which is kind of weird. These guys take so long. These red mosaics take so long to color up. They're so pretty. They're my favorite guppy. I love them. And I've had them for 3.5 years. And I've been calling them to my personal taste for 3.5 years. And that's what we're ending up with. Got a little bit of black beard algae in here. I don't care. I'll probably hit this tank with a little bit of peroxide because eventually, when I get too much moss in here, I'm going to want to rip some out to sell it. And I can't sell moss. I don't sell moss infested with any kind of algae. This one, I've been putting peroxide in this one. There was, yeah, you can see where it's dying. That's where that's hair algae that I put some peroxide on. You can see we got a weird poop right there. These are the ones that won't breed for me. I'm gonna let them live their lives out in case I mysteriously, magically get a drop. But I've pretty much given all hope on these are the steel blues, I believe they're called. Unfortunately. They get huge and look pregnant as can be. They even get dark gravid spots. And all the fish look and act healthy as can possibly be. They're beautiful, beautiful fish. They just won't give me any babies. They just say, we're not going to do it. Well, I don't know. I wish I knew. But until they're starting to get old. They were young in the prime of their lives when I got them. Now 6 months later or so, they are turning old guppies. They'll still probably live another 6 months, I reckon, at least, but this is their prime. Hopefully we get some babies. And that tank's looking like it's getting pretty full. So then we'll do the same thing. We'll go back through the messy house. And now it's sucking water. As they come back around. If I'm not making movies, I sit and listen to Pandora on my TV. Normally while I'm doing this. Same music I listened to when I was in high school. Late 90s rock and roll. Alright. So now we're down here. Let's spend some time looking at these guys some more. Because I really, really like these guys. They're doing really, really good. And we've got Fry, they're growing up, doing good. And little males. They're so cool looking. I'm starting to wonder if these females will get great, big, and huge like the females I originally got, because I almost wonder, because you could tell those are freshly imported. I think they were treated with hormones or something to make them that big and stocky. Because I mean, so far they look just like average sized guppies. These guys were born sometime, probably like the first half of March, I'm guessing. They don't look spectacularly big like their parents do. So who knows? Who knows when you get these guppies straight off the boat from Malaysia or Thailand or whatever. Who knows what they do to them, or what comes with them. That's another problem. Oh goodness. But anyway, guys, I still got a long way to go. See, I got the pond done, 320 longs. I'm on the fourth one. I still got all these 40s. Of course, they're mainly shrimp tanks. This one is a guppy, has some guppies in it, and got hit with Levamisole. So this one will take a little while. I probably need to get these guppies out because I don't want to have to keep hitting this with Levamisole with the Bloody Mary shrimp doing good in them. So, but most of the tanks, the shrimp are completely unaffected. Yeah, it killed a bunch of shrimp in that tank. Yeah, Levamisole's not shrimp safe. Yeah, dang. Let's turn these lights on. And then a lot of these are like frozen. That's what it does to them. Like it freezes the parasites and then the fish poop them out. Some of the tanks it just completely freezes the shrimp. Some of them they just sometimes they flat out just die. I don't know. Looks like I'll be scooping out some dead shrimp. But those tanks are dedicated to guppies, and those are the #1 priority. I'm not trying to hurt shrimp. Sometimes it unfortunately happens. So I'm gonna, after I get all the water changes done, I'm gonna hit them again. I'm gonna do the same thing I did last weekend. I'm gonna hit them again with Prozzy Pro, and then before water changes next week, I'll hit them again with Levamisole, and then there's no signs of anything bad, nothing wrong going on. I am just doing these precautionary every couple months. So every couple months there'll be 2 weeks in a row where they get hit. But with the Levamisole, you make a stock solution, even with it in a darkened container and in the refrigerator. I'm not sure how long my stock solution is good for, so I try to use it all up in 2 weeks, or within a week. I make it for 1 week and then dose. So I make 32 ounces at a time, and that can treat all my guppy tanks twice. That's how it works out, the way I make it. So I'm starting to see something where there's definitely a correlation between if the pump is hitting the surface real good, like I said, like this pump, there's no moss or anything growing on it. It's just pumping that water straight up to the surface. Good surface agitation. No shrimp deaths. Same with this one. I don't even see one. These shrimp aren't even acting funny. And that one is, yeah, spider webs. Pumping the water around real good. That one, I think the top got covered in moss, but it's blowing out that hole there, but it's not. So we got some dead shrimp here. Something. These dang pumps. In the 40s, I've had these pumps on these 40s for like well over a year. I've only had to replace one or two. But this is like every pump I put in this tank seems it's running. You can see there's water flowing, but apparently not good enough for Levamisole and shrimp. Now this one ain't hardly flowing either for some reason, and the shrimp all seem fine. So I don't know. I don't know. These are just the things I find and ponder about while I'm doing my water changes and doing certain treatments and all that. Every time it's an experiment, because with the Levamisole, it's pretty hard to get consistent results with anything. Other than it never hurts the guppies, and it makes them poop crazy, and it keeps them healthy. So I guess some coal shrimp losses are just gonna have to be part of it sometimes. Looks like this one is about draining with that. I'll end this video. Things are out of the norm this week. It's been a pretty crappy week. So, making videos in the middle of the week because normally I'm out working. But I just took the week off because I really didn't feel like dealing with work after what had happened Monday morning. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Bye.